Today I'm going to be asking the age-old question, PC or console? Now, I think I should clarify what exactly I'm comparing. For the console, I'll be using an original Xbox Series S, as that is the one that I have, so I can best reference what I have. For PC, I'll just be using an average computer. Definitely not mine. Not because I have an average computer, I definitely don't, but because that's what most likely the majority of people have. Also, because I don't know a lot about computer specs, so I don't really know how to deal with stuff like that. I'm also going to specify that VR and handheld consoles like the Nintendo Switch are not going to be in this comparison because those are a whole thing on their own. And you really can't compare those two, really, because, well, you can, but that's a different thing. Now, let's start at the beginning. Is what I'd say, but I'm too lazy to do research for that video. For this video, not that video. I don't know what that video I'm talking about, but this video. And it'll also take a long time. But, never mind, because I accidentally did research for this video, so here's here's the rest of this. Here's the rest, because I somehow accidentally did research. Okay, let me continue. But what I do know is that consoles have been around for a long time, ever since 1972. But it turns out that PCs were made first. The first computer that is considered to be a gaming PC was made in 1951. However, it didn't become popular until 1955, a whole 10 years after Super Mario for the NES came out, with the game that saved gaming in its entirety, so kind of at a bad start here. You might be thinking that that's bad because they kind of have a whole 10 years ahead of them, but it's fine because, you know, gaming PCs are pretty big now, so you might as well think that this argument has stemmed for a pretty long time, and with the increase of PCs for people, it just has gotten a lot bigger. But it really that isn't, oh my god, but that isn't the case, actually, because you forget that you have to buy them. The PC back in 1955 would go for about $750 to $3,500. That's a lot. And an NES and SNES, which were released in 1991, 4 years prior to the PC, would both go for only $200. Do you know what else was sold before the PC? The PS1, which is the 6th most sold console in the entire world. At least I think so. I got this information off the internet. So, yeah. So, the odds against the PC are pretty bad. Really, really bad. And since they're so bad, then how did the argument even start in the first place? Let's see, shall we? One of the main reasons people began to move to PC was due to specs. Now, as I said earlier, I'm not very educated on PC specs, parts, and building, so please don't harass me in the comments whenever I start talking about specs. But let's begin with how the console goes how the console works. Yeah. Going off of my console, hold on. There we go. The productivity isn't anything special, but it gets the job done. The only game that I know that it has trouble playing is Minecraft, and the only time that it has trouble is when it's raining, which has a lot of particles in it. And it's probably because we have a setting too high in the first place, meaning that it's pretty reliable. You may not be able to customize the pieces to get the outcome that you want, but you don't really have to, since all the games that wouldn't work well with it, I don't know why I added a comma, aren't on it in the first place. Like how Spider-Man 2 isn't on literally anything else aside from the PS5. I bring this up later. Also, consoles are still pretty affordable. The most expensive that I believe that I know of, I'm really not educated on this stuff. I didn't do enough research for this. Is the PS5, which is only $500, but it can get much more expensive if you add more things to it, or buying it off someone. Now for PC specs are all up to you, at least most of the time. See, PCs are still pretty expensive, going to the same $700 to $3,000 range still. Thankfully, you can find people selling their PCs. I don't know how much they'll be though, because I really don't know where you would buy them. Like, I mean, Facebook Marketplace is a thing, but yeah, whatever. But once you have a PC, you'll be satisfied with what you have. So while it doesn't pass the expense test, it does pass the reliability test. Now onto the actual important part and the entire reason that you buy this stuff in the first place. Games. Consoles can only play certain games for two reasons. One is that it has to be coded for console support, and some developers don't want to add console support, like Lethal Company, for example. I mean, they might have added console support, but I'm pretty sure it's only on Steam. Two is that the game literally cannot be played on it. The best example I can give, I said that I'd bring this up again, is Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. It's not made for anything else that isn't the PS5. Now for the PC, it's the same two reasons. Now, let's head into what is better to play specific games, which is what you use to play those games. Yes. I know what I'm doing, trust me. Controller is much better to play 3D platformers. I really need to get better at reading a script. I'm terrible at this. Controller is much better to play 3D person platformers, racing games, and Metroidvania type games like Hollow Knight. Keyboard and mouse are good for basically all first-person games. TF2, Call of Duty. Geometry Dash. So based on all this evidence and words that I've typed over the span of 2 days, because I was lazy and didn't want to finish it the first day, which is better? I don't know. I myself am split between them. I really can't choose between which one is better, and I don't know how you can. I'm not here trying to make you choose. I'm simply giving you this information so you can come to your own conclusion. Unless you don't want to. I really don't care. I just needed a video. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter. You can come to your own conclusion, or you can be split like me. I really don't care. But if you're hearing these words, thanks for reading. Wait, no, I'm the one reading. Thanks for listening and watching the video. Like and subscribe. Bye.